So what is IBC? Let's get a bit into that. I did a little bit of research, and now I want to just summarize to you what it is and go through the FAQs, answer some questions from chat if we have some. By the way, the chat is running on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/crusaderw. I sometimes do gaming here. I sometimes do blockchain AMA. It's basically just where I do what I want. So I haven't really got to the point yet where I decided this is what I want to specialize, and that's the only thing that I want to do. But let's talk about the IBC, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. So basically, the goal is to enable cross-chain assets like transfers, atomic swaps, multi-chain smart contracts, and data and code sharing of various kinds. So basically, it's the first step of inter-blockchain communication or multi-chain architectures. I actually wrote a paper on this in 2017. So if you go to my blockchain homepage, Privacy by Blockchain Design, click onto research, and the paper is in German though. So this is the paper that you want to read. You can here request a full text download, or just poke me on Discord or wherever. I will sort you out somehow. So there in this paper, we basically, I'll summarize it in English because not all of you might speak German. So we basically looked at the legal aspects of what needs to happen when you buy a house. And then, long story short, what we basically came up with is that you need, you need atomic transactions that go across blockchains. So for example, if you want to pay with your house in your local currency, you probably do that on a CBCC, a central bank digital currency, which is, we assume, will be blockchain compatible at least. So which means they can be conformant with the IBC protocol. And then the government runs an NFT blockchain for house ownership. And what the law requires is that the house ownership changes on the NFT at the same time when the money transfers. So what must not happen is that the house ownership changes but the money isn't transferred, or the money transferred but the house ownership doesn't change. And for that you basically need one transaction that includes two blockchains. So this is why this whole IBC and multi-chain like capability stuff is such a big deal in the real world. And this is basically why I'm covering this inter-blockchain communication protocol. Polkadot, by the way, is another blockchain that I think is very, very very innovative. Like I've been following Polkadot since 2017, and basically the solution that we proposed in our 2017 paper was Polkadot, because it basically had the scientific science already laid out, how they want to do and then organize the stuff, and how they want to become the foundation of the Internet of Blockchain. So basically provide scalable blockchain interoperability of native blockchains that are by default not interoperable with each other. So this for the intro, why this is a big deal, and this is what the IBC does. What it's not an application layer. So it only handles data transport, authentication, and reliability. Then arbitrary cross-chain data transfers is something So they are not an atomic swap protocol. So they don't swap, you don't swap token A for token B, but you can transfer token A onto blockchain B and then use your token A on blockchain B. So what they've already implemented is you can, for example, send your Atom tokens through the Kepler wallet to the Akash network, and then whatever stuff is supported on the Akash blockchain to do with other IBC's imported tokens, that you can do. So it's also not a sharing protocol. There is no single state machine being split across chains, but rather a diverse set of different state machines on different chains, which share some common interfaces. Yeah, that also makes sense. And it's not a layer 2 scaling protocol. All chains implementing IBC exist on the same layer, although they may occupy different points on the network topology, and there is not necessarily a single root chain or single validator set. Okay. Why is IBC needed? I think they probably just describe what I already said. Yeah, interoperability solution. So I already explained that basically. How does IBC work? That's also very interesting, but I will go into that in a bit. So the IBC protocol basically works very similar to the TCP/IP protocol. So TCP/IP guarantees some guarantees when exchanging packages. So it uses a handshake, and the IBC protocol can guarantee that one chain sent a data package and that it has been received by the receiving chain. The IBC protocol does, however, and as a conclusion, not look at if the receiving chain is successfully or according to specifications processing. So that's all in the hands of the native blockchain logic that is receiving the package. So IBC is really a very, it's a low layer level protocol that if you use it, you don't have to worry about sending a package from blockchain A to blockchain B. That's what the protocol handles for you. If you then receive the package on blockchain B, then you, of course, the blockchain B needs to worry about, what are they saying? Deserializing, interpreting, and executing it like a normal transaction. So what blockchains are compatible? So here they say that they need to meet the following requirements. They need to have a module system. So yeah, distributed package can be safely executed on the same ledger. They need a key value store. They need a consensus state introspection. They need timestamp access. They need a port system. Yeah, because they need different ports to bind different packages to. They need an exception and rollback system. So that's probably what I've been talking about, and where it comes into interesting correlations again with the multi-chain governance paper. So if you want to transfer the house ownership and the money transaction fails because the guy who wants to pay for the house just doesn't have to roll enough credit, but the NFT chain already kind of is initiating a rollover of the ownership of the house, and the IBC would recognize that the money transaction is not successful, then the ownership of the NFT needs to be rolled back as well. So it's a very delicate thing, and you need data availability. This means for deliver or timeout safety, must have an eventual data availability, such any key value peers instantiate can be eventually retrieved by relayers. Okay. How do you integrate that? Yeah, it's built on the COSMOS SDK, and you need to check the IBC list, and then you can start coding on that stuff. How do I develop a cross-chain application on top of IBC? Yeah, that's really interesting stuff. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know enough about that yet. and this is very practical stuff, so I'm sticking to the more theoretical stuff here. And what is a relayer? A relayer is probably a module that relays packages, right? Yeah, the relayer cannot modify IBC packages, it's only forwarding them to other stuff. And this was my short summary of the IBC. I hope you liked it. If you have more questions, just drop by on my YouTube channel from time to time. Join the blockchain AMA, or even if I'm gaming, just drop in, ask your questions. I usually stop gaming a bit and talk a bit about blockchain in the meantime, or at least I make a short break and do that. So, and thanks for watching. See you to the next video. Bye bye.